This is fucking crazy, man.
So good.
This
That
is literally...
so good.
Oh. My biggest filmmaking inspiration has always been the production company Brainfarm. They produced View from a Blue Moon, best surf movie of all time, and We Are Blood, best skate movie of all time. The thing that I think stood out to me the most in these movies was their use of like a parallax effect. I don't know if they were the first ones to pioneer it with like 600mm and like a 6-axis gimbal, but they were definitely the first ones to incorporate it into like extreme sports, and it was skids. So for the longest time, I've wanted to replicate these shots that were just cinematically perfect. Over time, I've slowly accumulated enough things that I can kind of Frankenstein together something that might give me a similar sort of shot. Enter my friend Michael. Used to be a tradie. He's very handsy, not in a gross way, in a very practical way. He and I decided to build a mount for my Ronin 2 onto a vehicle so we could zoom in, hoof around, and somewhat imitate these shots. When I say Michael and I built this, I mean mostly Michael. I held the camera to film the whole operation, which will be on his YouTube if you want to go check him out. He'll be posting a video next week of the complete breakdown of how we build it step by step. I've been working very hard developing this rig with drills and manly shit. Michael has a trade. He was actually quite useless. It was all me. Basically, we've been developing a rig to mount the Ronin 2 to a vehicle, and then we can zoom in and then we can like hoof around really fast and get a very nice parallax effect. So we're using the Zcam F6, which is extremely beneficial for a couple of reasons. One, it's tiny. Two, it's got this little aerial and Wi-Fi signal where you can kind of throw it on your phone, so you can get your signal and control your aperture, shutter speed, peaking, whatever you want. It's all right there. Instead of having like a HDMI or something running to the car, we get a signal, which is perfect. The only problem is we don't actually have like a focus puller, so we're just going to run F10. Put on infinity focus just so we can try and get as much in focus as we can. Oh, look at that. Oh, I can't do it. I can't. It's too heavy. Oh. Ah.
Bloody filming leash.
There we go.
Some extra layers of redundancy. Bondi's doing the old double half hitch. Or is it a granny?
Granny then half hitch.
Granny then half hitch, and we're on. Look at it! Oh, another red light! We're so close to getting the perfect shot. Go around, is it more likely to get the belt out? No, let's go Riz. Oh! Double! I don't know how this is going to go and get too close though.
Yeah, do it. Do it now. Go.
This is fucking crazy, man.
So good.
This
That
is literally...
so good.
Oh! How'd it go, man?
Good. Nailed it. We just have to check stuff in post, otherwise, you know, we think we've nailed it. But post will tell all.
This was actually our first time testing it, and I was actually very surprised that nothing went wrong. I feel like something should have gone wrong. We're rookies and we take shortcuts, but somehow it worked out. It's enough to make you religious, isn't it? The only thing that really went wrong was the Zcam transmission, but when we went deep into the city where there was power lines and lots of like infrastructure, it seemed to like cut out quite a bit, but as soon as you came like anywhere away from that where there's underground power lines, it was fine. So that was just our transmission feed to our phones, was kind of a little bit botchy. But other than that, it was literally kind of flawless. Apart from running like a super high aperture, which I kind of hated, but we don't have like a focus puller that we can operate from within the car. So that was kind of what we're stuck with. We were just running like a super high aperture, I think like f12 or something like that, which when everything's in focus, nothing's in focus at all. It's like, it gets a little bit softer than if you're using like a 2.8. It's not perfect, but it's like, it's pretty close to bloody awesome. And I think that's pretty skids. Just to like finally get a chance at recreating these shots that pretty much inspired my whole film career it was awesome. It was truly amazing. Yeah, jump over to Michael's channel. He's gonna have the step-by-step and you can follow along and build your own. And if you do it, send me some shots because I'd love to see them. Or if you have suggestions on how to make it better, because then we'll all be heaps good and just make like the sickest shit the world has ever seen. and they'll be mad. Cool. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Love you.